Joining me, Congressman Tom Reed, New York Republican and member of the Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, welcome back to the broadcast.
Good afternoon.
Let's talk about what we've just heard. I presume that you either heard in total or got an inkling of what was said, at least on the Senate floor, by the two leaders there. And the tenor of everything. Yes, you in the House were able to pass something, but it seems as if it's perfect gridlock, if not personal at this point, on the Senate floor. How are you reading the vibe there?
Well, you know, I think there's great division within the Senate, and I think it's representative of a culture I'm trying to change with our Problem Solvers Caucus group, working across the aisle to develop trust. There's no trust left here, as I've seen what I've seen in the Senate today. People can't work together. People are so us versus them. It's shirts versus skins. And it's all about political winning. But you know who loses at the end of the day? The American people. That's what's happening today as a result of the government shutdown. Yeah, there are many ways to gauge how the losses are, but we can certainly look back to the 2013 shutdown, October 1 to October 16, $24 billion. So economically speaking, we are definitely going to lose if this thing stays around much longer, this government shutdown. But I want to look at what you have done. You are a supporter on record getting a fix for DACA. But you did vote with the president on this when a deal for DACA appears to have been in sight. Explain why. Because what we were dealing with is funding the government. We were dealing with taking care of 8.9 million, 9 million children in America that have health insurance that are going to lose it today. And I'm willing to work. And I think a long-term budget agreement is the way to go. Couple that with the immigration fix in regards to these dreamers. We care about those children. But don't mess this up with that. We can solve both. But what's happened is this gridlock has come to a head, and people have decided we're going to go my way or the highway, and that doesn't work because the American people demand that we get our problems solved. Look, and your statements there, sir, and as you mentioned at the top, you are the co-chair of the Bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus, and I greatly admire that because you have to have people from both sides coming together to get anything done and to move this government forward. But as you said in a tweet, you said that I'm deeply disappointed these extremists, and you referenced those from both sides, are refusing to compromise and that they have prevailed. What can you do, and how many people think like you in trying to put this together and take away the extreme partisanship and get back to the center and move things forward? We can lead, and that's why I co-chair the Problem Solvers Caucus. That's why yesterday we had a great hour-and-a-half discussion of about 35 members on both sides of the aisle, actually having, in a respectful manner, in a confidential manner, one-on-one, 35 members exchanging ideas. And where are you coming from? Let me see it from your point of view. But at the end of the day, we need to develop that type of relationship. And that's what I'm trying to do as part of my efforts to break this gridlock in government by extremism. This is what the results of a greatly polarized country represents. You need leadership to get through this. And I'll do my part here in the House. When is this going to end? What is your best guess? Do you have any indication that the behind-the-scenes negotiations, at least the talks that are underway, are going to be productive? You know, this morning I got updated by some friends across in the chamber, and I think there is a sincere desire to have this resolved by the end of tonight, before tomorrow, with all the 850,000 Americans that are going to be impacted who work for the federal government directly. So hopefully that is what we see, and let's just continue to work at it. And to my Senate colleagues, enough is enough. Let's start trusting each other. Let's solve this, and then solve the bigger problems outside of putting American children, American workers here for the federal government in harm's way. All right, to which I say Godspeed, Tom Reed. Thank you so much for your time.